All right, that 49ers news is rolling in on this rainy Thursday afternoon. The team has made a move along the offensive line. They've re-signed Colton McKivitz, originally of the 2020 draft, to a 2-year deal. Now, a lot of significant stuff in the details here. Colton McKivitz's contract, his old contract, was set to expire on Wednesday, the start of the new league year. He was slated to become a restricted free agent. The 49ers could have tendered him as a restricted free agent. I thought that the most likely tender, given the fact that McKivitz plays a valuable position along the offensive line, he could play tackle or guard. I thought the second round tender was going to be the way that the 49ers would have to go if they did go the tender route. That would have cost $4.3 million, a flat fee for the 2023 season, which would have been a little steep. So what the 49ers did instead is that they went to Colton McKivitz before free agency started, and they said, hey, we don't want to take this to restricted free agency. We'd rather sweeten the pot here, sign you right now to 2 years. 2-year deal instead of a 1-year deal. And with that, the 49ers will be able to save money. Instead of $4.3 million for a second round RFA tender, all on the 2023 books, they can spread out some of that payment over 2 years with this 2-year contract with Colton McKivitz. So important offensive lineman back in the fold. The goal here, and it's twofold, is to save some money, which the 49ers have done, and to set up for life post Mike McGlinchey, who very likely will not re-sign with the 49ers based on everything that we have gathered. So why don't we take a look at exactly how this is going to work out in terms of the larger roster. Here's your 49ers depth chart, and here is the offensive line room. Right now you have Trent Williams at left tackle, Aaron Banks at left guard. Nick Zakelj is your top center on the roster right now. I don't think it's going to stay that way because the 49ers are going to try to bring back Jake Brendel, last season starter, Spencer Burford at right guard, and I have Jalen Moore at right tackle. But obviously, with the signing of Colton McKivitz, the Jalen Moore gets bumped down. Keith Ishmael gets bumped down. I'm going to put Ishmael as a backup center. That's where he's played before. I don't know why I had him at tackle. So we're going to move Jalen Moore over to backup right tackle. And we're going to put recently re-signed Colton McKivitz in at that top spot at right tackle. So now if the season started today, you'd have Williams, Banks, Zakelj, Burford, and McKivitz, and hell, maybe even Keith Ishmael, who's started at center in the NFL before, would, as with his experience, would start over Nick Zakelj. But that's neither here nor there because the 49ers aren't playing for a while. But as you can see, McKivitz takes that right tackle spot. If we go to our build the roster tool, build your own roster tool, well, I'll go down the right tackle. I edited this to take out the RFA option, and I select Colton McKivitz. He is there highlighted in green, not anymore. I'm estimating a $2 million cap hit for Colton McKivitz. So you could see the 49ers saved some money. Does this mean that Colton McKivitz is going to start at right tackle for the 49ers and succeed Mike McGlinchey? No, it doesn't necessarily mean that. He can. He'll compete for that. But I think since you got McKivitz at a discounted price, you're now able to go shop for other tackles. And I recommended in my build the roster example, Billy Turner, for example, who's played good football for the Packers in a similar scheme. I think you could pair Colton McKivitz with a cheaper veteran, a budget veteran, if you will, and then you could have them duke it out. You could run a rotation. Hell, they ran an effective rotation between Spencer Burford and Daniel Brunskill at right guard last year. Bill Walsh ran tackle rotations back in the day. That was within games. So all of this is on the table for the 49ers. But in McKivitz, you have somebody who actually pass blocked better than Mike McGlinchey last year. Smaller sample size, pass block efficiency was better for Colton McKivitz. You have somebody who's overcome adversity. Since being drafted, Colton McKivitz has been cut and re-signed to the practice squad. So he's not on his original rookie contract anymore. That's why he was a restricted free agent this season. But he bounced back and he delivered some of his best football. I think his best football definitely in the 2022 season. The 49ers initially started to really gain that trust in McKivitz again, or maybe for the first time in 2021, when he filled in for Trent Williams, who had the high ankle sprain, right, in the Week 18 game. Was that a high ankle sprain or was it a different kind of leg injury in Week 18 against the Rams? Either way, Williams didn't play. McKivitz played instead, gave up 5 pressures, but hey, he was good enough, and the 49ers beat the Rams to make the playoffs. So he's grown on them over time. We could go back to his time as guard back in that 2020 season as a rookie. It was rough, But I think he learned a lot, and now he's developing as a tackle. And at the very least, I think Colton McKivitz is now back as a swing tackle. That's what the 2-year deal is all about. Swing tackle for the 49ers. We'll see if they can further upgrade at that right tackle position moving forward. But they have saved money, and they've set up for life after Mike McGlinchey with a 2-year deal, not that RFA tender for Colton McKivitz. All right, like and subscribe. We'll talk to you all very soon.